Hi everybody, Tex-Mex here. Thanks for joining me for another video and the continuing saga of my friend's John's Guns. I need to create a playlist, just John's Guns, but this is the other one that he wanted me, well, there were 4 in total, and hopefully I've already posted up the Model 66 revolver video, and the next one up is his Glock 19 Gen 5 that is topped with a Holosun HE 507 CGR. It is a green dot. Well, it's got the green 2 MOA dot or the 32 MOA dot, or you can put them both together. And when I say 32 MOA dot, obviously it's a 32 MOA circle. So this is another firearm that he recently purchased, and he wanted me to sight this in for him. He told me to sight it in for him at 25 yards. I told him that probably wasn't necessary, that maybe 15 yards would be sufficient. Since I'm set up here at 20 yards, I'm just going to kind of split the difference and sight it in here at 20 yards. Now he has the 32 MOA circle with dot is what he had up, so I'm not going to change that. If he likes that 32 MOA circle, that's what I'm going to sight it in for. I'm pretty certain if I sight it in for the dot and then switch it to the circle, it's going to hit in the same place. It's going to be the same point of impact, but I don't know for sure. And since this is going to be a self-defense firearm for him, and I'm trying to help him set it up, I want to make sure that I have the reticle he likes sighted in so it is ready to use. And I have a little bit of Herter's 9mm left, about a whole new box of Blazer 9mm as well. Hopefully it won't take all of this ammo to get this sighted in, but let me go ahead and get a target set up. I'm going to be shooting down there at 20 yards and still have the target from the revolver shoot, so I'm going to pull that down, put up a new target, and we will get this show on the road. Okay, so we're going to start out. I put 10 rounds in the magazine. I may not shoot all 10 rounds. I'm going to probably put a few on target, see where I'm hitting, and then go from there. I have no idea. I did not mount this Holosun, so I assume he did, or wherever he purchased the firearm, they may have done it for him. Yeah, magazine seated well. It feels solid, so the sight feels like it is on there well. So that should not be an issue. And once again, I'm resting my arms to try to get the most accuracy out of this as I can, or should I say precision. Although I'm trying not to rest the pistol on the bag, just resting my arms so that my hands are the ones holding it steady. Make sure the camera's looking good. Getting a few drops of rain, but it's not bothering me at all. The mosquitoes are bothering me though. So this is the first time I've shot a Gen 5 Glock. Now, where did that hit? Way to the... Okay, let me put a few rounds. Okay, see that hit bullseye. A little low. A little low and to the left. That may be me though. Yeah. I am grouping them in the same spot. I will say the trigger's nice on these Gen 5s. Let's see here. I own 2 Glocks still that are mine. Both are Gen 3. I had a Gen 2, but I sold it off. It was a 17L. Somebody really wanted it, so I sold it. I don't use my Gen 2s or 3s very much. I will say the trigger on the Gen 5 seems a lot nicer. Okay, that one sort of caught me by surprise. Okay, shooting a little low and to the left. I'm not squeezing my grip, I swear. I know that's usually what happens that makes you shoot low and to the left. I kept my grip steady and tried to only be using my finger. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a quick adjustment, see if we can raise it a little bit higher and to the right. So let me get that done. Okay, I had 8 rounds left in the Herter's box, so I went ahead and put those in, made the adjustments. Let's see if I'm changing my point of impact. Pulled that one a little bit. think it did better. I think it did. I only hit 2 in the red. Some of them are still a little bit to the left, but that may be me. Let me go take a look. Okay, it's really, I know these two were from the second shooting session. I don't know what's going on here. It's one big ragged hole. Obviously, I think that was my first shot that I pulled for some reason way to the left, and everything else. I mean, you know, it's not that I'm not a Glock guy. I think Glocks are great. I've just never been able to shoot them very well. However, it has been a long time, and the way I hold my handguns, the way I shoot has changed over the last few years. And I will say, once again, the Gen 5 seems to have a much better trigger than the Gen 3s that I was used to. I had a 19 and a 26 in Gen 3, and I have them. I just don't shoot them much anymore. That being said, I think I'm going to drift the sight over just a little bit, maybe one more click to the right. I think I'm probably on there. This may be, you know, it's... well, like I did last time, let me put a shoot and see on there with a smaller target on it. It usually makes it easier for me to really check my precision, and then I'll decide whether or not to adjust it anymore. Okay, I loaded in 5 rounds, this time of the Blazer brass 9mm 115 grain, same as the Herder, is also 115 grain. The change in ammunition may change the point of impact a little bit. I can't imagine it will significantly. But let's see if I need to adjust this sight anymore. Ooh, that one it pulled to the left. Yeah, I'm gonna have to drift it a little more to the right. Seems that an elevation I'm doing good. Windage is still a little bit to the left. So let's go ahead, give it a few more clicks here. And we'll put in 5 more rounds. Okay, here we go. 5 more rounds. Whew. Now that one I pulled. I could feel that one. I think that's it. I think that's it. But I say that as I load 5 more rounds. Because why not? I got the ammo, and when you're shooting your buddy's gun, might as well have as much fun with it as you can. And yeah, I'm very much impressed with this Gen 5 Glock. I mean, you think a Glock's a Glock, right? Since they're already perfect, why would they be able to perfect it even more? But apparently I don't know if it's these newer generations that have a slightly different sear or something. Or maybe it's just my buddy's gun. It looked brand new. I don't think it hadn't seen any rounds or any significant amount of rounds, but let's see here. I don't think I'm going to adjust it from that. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty good. Maybe it's slightly to the left, but honestly, I'm starting to get a little bit of sun in my eyes, and I mean, the Holosun is doing fine. I can see the 32 MOA circle and the little dot. Unfortunately, the shoot and sees, since once you hit it, it becomes green. The tiny green 2 MOA dot is starting to kind of disappear. That green there, since I've kind of got rid of a lot of the orange of the bullseye. But yeah, I think that should be pretty good. And my buddy will have to do any fine tuning for himself. But I can confidently tell him that this thing at 20 yards is on target. So as always, let's finish up by shooting some steel. So I've loaded 15 rounds. Let's have a little fun shooting at some steel. See, I'm trying to grip this firearm. See, I've changed my grips over the years. Oh, come on. Oh. Yep. There we go. Well, not bad. I obviously missed a few of those rounds, but I haven't shot a Glock in a long time. And this one is nice, but I'm still not a big fan of the grips. And that's just me. That's why I tend to like CZs. Maybe it says I have smaller hands. I don't know. As you can see how much of my hand gets around this grip. It's not a lot. I mean, it's certainly enough, but for me, it's just not the most comfortable grip in the world. But obviously with practice, I'm sure it's one that I could certainly get used to and get more proficient with. How many rounds have I put through this gun today? Under 40, and already pretty well on target when I have my hands resting and bringing most of the steel when I'm shooting freehand. So with a little bit of practice, you know, after 200, 300, 400 rounds, you can really get quite competent with a firearm like this. And I mean, it's a Glock, Gen 5 Glock. So as far as reliability, you certainly can't beat it. The Holosun, well, you know, it is Chinese made, so there's a lot of people that say it's, you know, that it is what it is. Obviously, you have Aimpoint, you have some other American manufacturers that make top-notch stuff, you know, combat-grade stuff. What I will give Holosun some props for is that they've been very innovative. So innovative, I kind of wish some of the American companies would start seeing what Holosun and some of the other Chinese manufacturers are doing and not necessarily copy them, but maybe go in the same direction as far as innovations go. I mean, for now, I think it's fine if you don't have the money to spend on an Aimpoint or something of that sort, but you still want to start training with a red dot. A Holosun would certainly be something I would recommend. But anyway, as always, thanks for watching, guys. Fun sighting in my friend's pistol here. It is sighted in, so if he misses at this point, it's on him. But thanks for watching. I hope y'all are staying safe, and I will see you in the next video.